Welcome to the Code Total HR application. Today's session is going to be a tutorial on how to use the application as well as demonstrating some key setup steps. The HR application offers you a flexible, secure and reliable way to manage and communicate with your team. It's the perfect solution for keeping on top of the practice HR function as it allows you to manage your employee data, training data, absence data, performance and much more. The application is a cloud-based solution with comprehensive dashboards and reporting facilities. Just before we start, it's important to note that there are 3 user levels within the system. You have a HR user level, which is full access to all of the data as well as editing rights. A line manager level, which is restricted access to data and editing. And self-service, which is for the majority of your team members who can access their own profile and company information only. You can manage each of those levels within the settings page of your application. For the purpose of this tutorial, you will see the full HR access level. The first feature you will see within your HR application is the dashboard. As a HR user, your dashboard is split into 3 different sections. The first section is all about you, and this is called My Dashboard. This will be visible to all 3 user levels. From here, you can manage your own holiday, your own sickness, appraisals, and any objectives you may have been set. The second section is the HR dashboard. This is where you can see your manager and HR related tasks. Only HR users or line managers will see this section. Towards the left-hand side of the dashboard, you will notice a to-do section. From here, you can see a list of pending and outstanding requests from your team, which can include requests such as holiday, training and sickness. The third section is a community tab. This is a place to view any company announcements and recent kudos. Kudos is an easy way to share and give praise across the company at a click of the button. You'll be able to see who was awarded the kudos, as well as the type and a message that was given to that employee. This dashboard will also be visible to all 3 user levels. The second feature that we will look at is the employee's profile. To do this, we need to go to the People option. So from this People tab, you will be able to view a list of your team, the People directory, you'll be able to add new team members, as well as a data option which allows you to upload in bulk. By clicking the Our People option, you will see a list of your team members' data that we have uploaded for you from the information you've provided to us. After watching this tutorial, we do advise that you log back into this area and check that the imported details are correct. We will now focus on the steps to take to configure your application to best fit with your practice. This will mainly involve configuring the absence settings and permissions and approvals, and then applying to your team member's profile. Under the absence settings, you can configure your work patterns, holiday allowances, enter practice compulsory holidays, and set your holiday year. The permissions and approvals section allows you to manage the user levels within the system. From here, you can change what your HR users can see and do, what your line managers can see and do, and what your people can see and do. Firstly, we will demonstrate how to create a working pattern. By clicking Working Patterns from the menu, this screen will enable you to set up a pattern that you can assign to your team members. To create a new working pattern, click the top right circle icon. Give that work pattern a name, for example, 4 days per week, and indicate the number of hours worked per day. And finally, add pattern. We'll now move on to the holiday allowances section. If you could go back to your settings page, the process is very similar to and very much mirrors the process for adding work patterns. To create a new holiday allowance, click the circle blue icon. You will need to give the new holiday allowance a name. Select the unit of measurement, either hours or days, and add the amount of holiday per year. And click Add Allowance. Now, once you have created your work patterns and holiday allowances, you can apply them to your team members. You can do this by going to the People menu and selecting Our People. Click into the team member's profile. Underneath the team member's name, there are a number of blue rectangular boxes. If you click on the More option, and then Work Patterns and Holiday Allowances, we can now apply these settings to the team member. You will need to select the work pattern and holiday allowance we've just created for the team member and press Update. If you have part-time team members where their bank holidays are included in their entitlement, you will also need to ensure that it is marked as No in the Statutory Holidays box. Going back to the team member's profile, from this screen you can also add their contact details. The next option is the Leave section. This screen will allow you to see the overall allowance for the year, any adjustments that may be made throughout that leave year, any holidays that have been booked or taken, and therefore the outstanding available allowance. You will also be able to see towards the bottom of the screen any holiday that's up and coming and booked, any holiday that's been taken, or any adjustments that may have been made. Moving on to the Sickness tab, you'll be able to see the total number of sicknesses in the last 12 months and the number of absences that this has occurred over, again over the last rolling 12 months. Towards the bottom of the screen, you can see sickness absence history, as well as any trends that may be emerging. The next tab is with regards to your team members' training. Here you can add any historic training data, as well as any data going forward. The next option is with regards to your team members' performance, and it's an area where you can log and record one-to-ones or appraisals, as well as objectives and deliverables. The next option, the More tab, provides lots of other areas of the employee's profile where you can log data. An important one to be aware of is the Documents section, where you can add any letters, contracts, or any data that you may need to store on your team member's profile. Another important area to be aware of is with regards to the permissions. So to ensure that the team member's holiday request and sickness absence is being dealt with in the appropriate manner, we need to ensure that their line managers and holiday approvers are set up correctly in the system. The next area of the system that we would like to draw your attention to is the reporting function. In this area of the system, we have approximately 20 pre-populated reports that you can run on data that's stored within the system. These range from looking at outstanding leave requests, right down to looking at one-to-ones and training within the practice. A further area to make you aware of is with regards to your company holiday calendar. You will find this within the company section and holiday calendar. This calendar will have a key towards the bottom of the screen that documents and shows you the reasons that your team members may be out of the practice. This can range from company holidays, statutory holidays, right through to sickness and training. The next area of the system that we'd like to draw your attention to is the company documents. Again, this can be found by going to the company option and selecting documents. This area of the system can be used to store documents that relate to your whole team. For example, policies and procedures, as well as practice meeting minutes if you would like to. When adding a new company document, you will see the option to set a read requirement. This will indicate to the team member that they are required to tick a box to say that they have read and understood the document you have provided them. Once you are happy that the system reflects all of your current policies and procedures, that your team members' profiles are set up correctly, and that their holidays and work patterns are applied, you will want to provide them with access to the system. You can do this by going to the team member's profile and sending them a welcome email. In their welcome email, they will receive a link to the system as well as instructions on how to create their password for the first time. That's brought us to the end of our demonstration. We hope that you will find the application useful and easy to set up. Thank you for your time today.